How do you not put the guy with 6 Super Bowl rings in there at number 2? All right.
They didn't. Why? I didn't understand that.
Here's the thing. While I appreciate the voting that put me at number 2, I think if you're even getting in the top 10, how do you differentiate who's in front of who at that stage, right? You could probably validate any of those guys in the top 10 as being number 2 or number 3 or number 4. So I think that's probably just a group.
It's also
in that area.
Yeah, and trying to figure out quarterback, like what is your measuring stick for greatness is like, this is how we grade quarterbacks. Like, this is where your ranking should be. It should be based on what?
I don't think it's as simple as saying it's one thing or another. I mean, first you'd say does the guy win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does the guy win? Does the guy win on a consistent basis? Is it a consistent level of play, consistent level of productivity? All those things factor in.
Yeah, because we get into these arguments where somebody says, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers is overrated," and then I'll go, "Okay, he's over." What does that mean? He's overrated, or somebody's underrated? And then you go, "Greatest quarterback of all time," and then, well, it's got to be Brady, and then it's Montana, and I go, I don't even know how to differentiate who's great, when they're great, how much the team, their defense, like it's kind of hard, but that's how we rank quarterbacks. Is how many championships you have, whether that's fair or not.
Listen, it's all I know is to have 6 of them is pretty unbelievable.
Are you going to call Brady and apologize for being ranked second on the NFL top 100 list?
No, you know what's funny? I have such a great appreciation for this game and for the guys who have played the quarterback position for a long period of time in this game too. And so as I look to, I think each era, I think each generation kind of has its greatest quarterbacks of all time, because each era, each generation, I think it stands alone. Because of maybe the circumstances at the time or the rules at the time or what have you. Like the numbers that guys put up now compared to 20 years ago or 30 years ago, like it's not even close, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that the guys now are better than the guys were then. It's just that's the way the game was played then versus now, right? There's things those guys had to deal with that we don't have to deal with, right? There's rules that are maybe more in our favor now than they were then. But there's more complexity with defense now than there was then. And so you could go back and forth on, which era is better and why. But at the end of the day, I think they just all stand alone. And I think we should sit back and we should appreciate like what guys like Otto Graham were able to accomplish, right? Or guys like, Fran Tarkenton or Terry Bradshaw, and then on into Joe Montana and Elway and Marino and, all these guys, Bart Starr back in the 60s, and so it's just, I think each generation stands alone, and we should sit back and really appreciate what all those guys accomplished during their era.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV, stream for free on BR Live, or download the Dan Patrick Show app.